If you were born between 1965 and 1980, you belong to a generation that often feels like a bridge, solid, reliable, and essential, yet rarely the focus of the conversation. You are the one your colleagues depend on when a project goes sideways, the person your friends call for a level-headed perspective, and the anchor for a family that might include both aging parents and growing children. Your defining trait is a legendary sense of self-reliance. While the world often praises this as your greatest strength, you might secretly feel the weight of it every single day. This hyper-independence isn't just a personality quirk, it's a sophisticated psychological architecture built during a very specific moment in history. Today, we're going to explore why asking for help feels so foreign and sometimes even dangerous to you, and how to begin honoring the version of you that has been carrying the load for far too long.
The first reason lies in what we call the latchkey foundation. If you grew up in the 70s or early 80s, you were part of what researchers have defined as one of the least parented and least nurtured generations in U.S. history. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the percentage of working mothers jumped dramatically during your childhood, meaning millions of you came home to empty houses. You likely remember the sound of your own key in the lock at age 8 or 9, letting yourself into a quiet home and fixing your own snack because there simply wasn't any other option. Psychology shows that this daily autonomy created a fundamental belief that you were your own primary support system. You learned early on that if a problem was going to be solved, you were the one to do it. The positive reframe here is that your toughness was actually a remarkable act of self-care. You looked out for yourself when no one else was there, and that version of you deserves to be thanked, even if they can finally afford to let someone else hold the key now.
Second, many in your generation experienced what psychologists call parentification. This happens when a child takes on adult roles like making dinner for siblings or acting as a mediator in parental arguments long before they are emotionally ready. Research by Dr. Lisa M. Hooper suggests that what looks like exceptional maturity in these children is actually a survival adaptation, where the nervous system learns to operate in crisis mode as the default setting. If you were the responsible one who never caused trouble, you likely learned that your worth was tied to your usefulness. You became a human doing rather than a human being. Today, asking for help might feel like admitting defeat because it threatens that core identity of being the one who handles things. But remember, you were brave for holding it all together when you were small. Recognizing that you no longer need to earn your place through constant productivity is the first step to true rest.
Third, you grow up in a high contingency environment. Unlike today's world of constant supervision, your childhood actions had direct, unbuffered consequences. A study published in the American Journal of Orthopsychiatry found that by 1984, approximately 7 million children were regularly unsupervised after school. In that world, if you messed up, there was no parent there to soften the blow. You simply paid the price. This created a brain that is expertly calibrated to predict 3 steps ahead to avoid disaster. Because you learned early on that the system, whether it was the school, the economy, or even your own family, wouldn't always protect you, you developed a defensive realism. You learned to trust your own competence above all else because authority figures often seemed unreliable or absent. This makes you a brilliant problem solver, but it also makes depending on others feel like a risky gamble. The reframe here is realizing that while your caution kept you safe, you are now in a position where it is safe to build quietly collaborative bonds with people who have earned your trust. Fourth, there is a deep psychological link between privacy and safety for your generation. You grew up in a time when privacy was the default, and embarrassing moments didn't live forever on a smartphone. You learned that the less people knew about your struggles, the safer you were from judgment or intervention. Research in the Journal of Adult Development shows that Gen Xers report lower levels of seeking social support during stressful periods, not because they don't have friends, but because asking feels like exposing a vulnerability you were taught to hide. In your worldview, being visible often meant being vulnerable. However, this can translate into an adulthood where you struggle to voice your needs because you don't want to blast your life out for others to see. Understanding this can help you see that sharing a burden isn't giving up your privacy. It's allowing someone to truly see you, which is the only way to cure the bone-deep tiredness that sleep cannot fix. Finally, we must acknowledge the sandwich generation squeeze. You are likely currently balancing the needs of aging parents who may view you as oddly detached and children who might see you as too strict. You are the translator between worlds, often neglecting your own emotional needs to keep the peace for everyone else. This emotional labor is something you've been fluent in since you were a child, reading the room to anticipate your parents' moods. It is exhausting to be the bridge. You might feel that if you fall apart, everyone else falls with you. But there is a profound power in the authoritative style of being, having warmth and availability while still having clear boundaries. This applies to yourself too. You can care for your own needs with the same intensity you use to fight for your children.
If any of this resonates with you, I want you to hear this. That child who grew up too fast did an incredible job. You were resourceful and brave beyond measure, and the world is better because of the work you do quietly and without thanks. But you are allowed to be a beginner at being taken care of. Grieving the childhood where you didn't get to be messy or irresponsible is not being bitter, it's being honest about the truth. You have spent a lifetime being the one people call in a crisis. It is okay for once to be the one who makes the call. You are not just a tool for others to use. You are a human being, and being is enough. It is safe to let go of the stealth fighter armor every once in a while and just be still.
Thank you for being the bridge for so many of us. If this deep dive into the Gen X psyche helped you understand yourself or someone you love a little better, please consider subscribing to our channel. We explore the hidden layers of personality and the stories that shape us, and we would love to have you as part of our community. Click the subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss an insight into who you really are.